I think Adam Silver is probably one of the. He's probably overhated.
Mm.
He's a little overhated, in my opinion. I won't say he's the most overhated commissioner. So I do feel like there was a crazy one. There was a crazy run with Roger Goodell where I'm just like, bro, like y'all
People still hate Roger Goodell.
they blame that nigga for everything. Like I'm like, bro, there's no way he can control that, bro. Like there was some things I'm like, this is unreasonable, and I need to start blaming owners for a lot of the complaints that y'all have because the owners are the ones that really control the league, and they are the
Yeah.
ones that co-sign all these bullshit ass ideas that you find bullshit.
Like Roger Goodell is paid by the owners.
Exactly, and he can't force them to really do any, unless you're that nigga from the Clippers. Like they can't really force you to get rid of your shit. But I think that he has done an underrated job of the regular season for the NBA. He made a clear plan based off of all the moves that he's done. He's made a clear plan for the NBA to focus on AO. The regular season matters too. He put things in place to make sure that there is some sort of importance to the regular season, and I can respect that. I can acknowledge that. He started off with the playing tournament. Some niggas hated it.
I
Now
didn't like it at first, and now it's
some niggas can't breathe without it. You feel me? Like, because it's just one of those things like that 10th, because there's too many niggas tanking. And when you look at the report, everybody has high the ratings are high for the postseason.
Mhm.
The ratings are always going to be high post Christmas with the January stuff. Some of the best performances that we've seen are always going to happen in January. Kobe's 81-point game, Luka with a 60-point game, uh, Dame and Donovan Mitchell 71-point games in the month of January. Niggas is in a full stride there. And then you have the All-Star break. The two lowest points for the NBA is right around the start of the NBA season because you're still competing with the NFL, and that after All-Star, like March, like that month of March, where you just see a plethora of teams that just they used to tank. Niggas that
because
was
they already know they're like, yeah, we're not finna make we're not finna do nothing to play.
you
We're
know
not
what
finna
them
make the
niggas used to
playoffs.
do? You know what them niggas used to do? Them niggas used to tank aggressively. Them niggas used to go get a starting five from the G League and put them on 10-day contracts and put them up and be like, hey yo, this is what we putting out there. And we putting this out against LeBron. Now we're gonna shut LeBron down, nigga. LeBron not playing with no G Leaguers, nigga. We're not doing that. We're saving that nigga for the postseason. So he made a consecutive plan to do the plan. Plan ends up working. Then he does the in-season tournament. In-season tournament. Even I was skeptical about how they were going to buy in. They ended up buying in, at least for this year, and ratings worked. The ratings were boosted. And now his final thing that he ended up doing was implementing the 65 game rule. And regardless of how you feel about the 65 game rule, because I'm not a fan of it being tied to all NBA awards, because all NBA awards, that's too it deals with contracts and stuff and all that stuff, but I still maintain the argument that I have no problem for it being a 65 game for the MVP. Historically, it makes sense. There has not been an MVP player that hasn't played at least 65 games. The only player that's ever not played 65 games in an 82 game regular season was Bill Walton. And even then, you had, Skip Bayless type niggas saying, yo, does he even deserve it for the games he played? No. So 65 games make sense historically. And although I agree that we don't need to be having 82 games, look, the players are not giving up that money to lower that shit. So I mean,
Yeah.
we have to figure out a way. So all of these things, and I know I made it long with it, all of these things that he's done, you can see the vision of what he's been trying to do, and it's been working. And you look at the results. Niggas have been playing the most games this season than we've had in quite some time. And that CBA agreement and all that stuff, like that comes into play because, hey, we're gonna see some life-changing money. Like, it's already life-changing, but these next contracts, these waves of contracts coming in the offseason, these next 2-3 years, is gonna look crazy because of that new CBA deal. And to think that they wasn't gonna get no pushback, no push and pull, like, yeah, we're giving you this money, but we need you on the court for real. Oh yeah, they knew. They knew they had to put at least something in place to just be like, okay, we need top end talent in the regular season. It's not just a postseason thing. It's not just a playoff thing. It's not just like we only care about championship thing. That's a very toxic idea that was floating around post 2014, 2015 that only dealt with LeBron James. And all of a sudden, other niggas got into the conversation. Oh, nobody cares about James Harden regular season because we want to see it in the postseason. But you really don't care about that nigga's legacy. So it really doesn't matter. It was only about LeBron James when we started doing media stuff. It's like, bro, the regular season matters. And Adam Silver did a good job. And I don't think people give him enough credit. I don't think niggas do enough praising for him to be like, hey, yo, like, he did a good job with the regular season. And I'm here to give him his flowers. And that is my hot take. Not too much on Adam Silver. The only thing I've always had a problem with is that he was too transparent for the league. And you need a little bit of corruption. Corruption and corporation, they just sound too close together. You can't just show your whole hand, especially with Ja Morant. But that's my hot take.
That nigga was passionate.
Yeah, man.
I love that nigga. It's crazy.
That's crazy.